FIFA just bent the knee to a YouTuber, and it reveals something bigger than a single online interaction. It points to a shift in how sports culture is now being controlled. After releasing a cinematic new football anthem just days before the 2026 World Cup, iShowSpeed publicly suggested that FIFA should officially integrate the track into the tournament. In the past, that kind of request would have been completely ignored. But this time, something different happened. FIFA's official World Cup account responded directly, saying they would be in touch. On the surface, this looks like a normal social media exchange. Major organizations interact with creators all the time, but the importance of this moment is not the message itself, it is what the message represents. A digital creator who built his entire audience outside traditional sports media is now influential enough that the biggest governing body in football cannot simply ignore him. To understand why this matters, you have to go back to the 2022 World Cup. At that time, legacy broadcasters spent billions on exclusive rights and polished studio coverage. Everything was structured, controlled, and highly formal. But Speed was operating in a completely different way. Through live streams, reactions, and chaotic but highly engaging content, he connected directly with younger audiences. These fans were not consuming football through traditional analysis or commentary. They were experiencing it through a personality. His connection to Cristiano Ronaldo became one of the defining parts of his online identity. It showed something important. Modern audiences are not only looking for expert breakdowns anymore, they are looking for emotional, shared experiences. That shift became even clearer when he released his World Cup anthem during that period. The song spread across social media at massive scale. Hundreds of millions of views followed. Whether critics liked it or not became irrelevant. The important fact was that it became part of the culture surrounding the tournament. It was being shared, remixed, and reacted to constantly. It was no longer just content, it became part of the event itself. For decades, sports media was controlled by a small number of powerful institutions. Television networks owned the broadcast rights. They controlled the presentation. They controlled the narrative. That system worked because attention was centralized. But that structure is breaking down. Younger audiences are no longer tied to traditional TV schedules or studio coverage. They consume highlights, live streams, reactions, and creator commentary instead. And slowly, loyalty has shifted. It is no longer just about ESPN or Sky Sports. It is about individual creators who feel more personal and direct. In many cases, the creator becomes more important than the broadcast itself. No one represents this shift more clearly than iShowSpeed. What makes his rise so significant is that it did not follow any traditional path. He did not enter through broadcast networks. He did not need institutional approval. He did not rely on media gatekeepers. He built a direct relationship with millions of viewers, and that audience kept growing without permission from anyone in the industry. Over time, that digital influence started to spill into real-world football culture. His content moved from live streams in bedrooms to stadium appearances and global events. By January 2026, he reached another major milestone when he surpassed 50 million YouTube subscribers. At that point, he was no longer just a fan reacting to football. He had become part of the culture shaping it. That is what makes his recent World Cup anthem moment so important. Just days before the 2026 World Cup, Speed released a new project titled Champions. It was a cinematic football anthem with high production value, stadium visuals, and references to national teams competing in the tournament. It was designed to sit directly inside the global hype cycle of the World Cup. And it worked. Within 24 hours, it generated millions of views and spread across football communities worldwide. This momentum is what led Speed to publicly suggest that FIFA adopt the track as part of the official tournament experience. And instead of ignoring it, FIFA responded publicly. That response, regardless of intent, changes the meaning of the interaction. It signals that a major sporting institution now acknowledges the influence of an independent creator in real time. Even if it was just a social media gesture, the effect is the same. The traditional boundary between institutions and creators is no longer fixed. Sports organizations still control stadiums, broadcasting rights, and official competitions, but they no longer fully control attention. Independent creators now command audiences large enough to compete with traditional networks, and more importantly, those audiences are highly engaged and highly responsive. They do not just watch content, they amplify it. And that is the real shift. Speed did not reach this level of influence through official approval. He reached it because millions of people chose to follow him, engage with him, and share his content. The audience came first, the authority came after, and once that authority became large enough, even institutions like FIFA had to acknowledge it. But the most important point is not whether a song gets played at a stadium or not. The real story is that sports culture itself has changed. The lines between fans, creators, journalists, and entertainers have blurred completely. Influence is no longer locked inside institutions. It now emerges from wherever attention gathers. And in that system, creators like iShowSpeed are not outside the sport anymore. They are part of how the sport is experienced. FIFA's response may have taken only a few seconds online, but it reflects a much larger shift happening across global media. The control of sports culture is no longer held in one place. It is now shared with the people who control attention itself.